Hi, this is Suzanne for Rainbow Loom. Today I'll be showing you how to make the bead ladder bracelet. This is a beginner level design. To make this bracelet you will need 28 A colored bands, 10 B colored bands, and 10 pony beads, and a C-clip. It's a good idea to have your supplies ready before you begin, so pause the video here until you're ready to follow along. Now, let's get started. Turn the loom so that the red arrow is pointing away from you. We'll first need to thread 10 pony beads on the 10 B colored bands and set those aside. We've already done that just for the sake of saving some time, but I'll show you how to do that right now. You grab a pony bead and a band. You pinch the band and push it through the pony bead so that it looks like that. Now if you have trouble doing that, you can use a small metal crochet hook. This one says 3 to 3.25 millimeters. You place the metal crochet hook through your pony bead. You place a band over your pointer finger, put the hook through the band, and then pull it through the bead. Start by placing 13 A colored bands along the left side of the loom. We'll start from the center pin and we'll place our first A colored band from the center pin out to the left. Our next band will be placed directly above that, and we'll continue placing these bands in a single chain up the left side of the loom. We'll fast forward from here till we reach the end of the loom. And from this pin, we'll place the band to the center pin. Then we return to the beginning of the loom. And we'll start placing the bands on the right side of the loom, again from the center pin. We place that band like that. The next band will be placed directly above that and go up the right side of the loom. And we'll continue placing one band over the other till we reach the end of the loom. And this last band will be placed to the center pin. Next, place the B colored bands threaded with the pony beads across your loom. You'll start from the second pin on the left and stretch the band to the second pin on the right. We'll start with red because we're going to place our bands in rainbow colored order. And we continue stretching those bands from each pin horizontally across the loom. And we'll fast forward from here till we reach the end of the loom. And there we finish placing our B bands. The last step in placing bands is we'll need to place a cap band on this last pin. We'll use our A colored band, put 2 fingers on each side, twist it into a figure 8, turn it back upon itself, and place it on the last pin on the loom. Once all of the bands have been placed on the loom, we're ready for the next step. Now we're ready to start looping the bands. You'll turn the loom so that the red arrow is pointing toward you. To loop this bracelet, it will involve 2 steps. First, we'll loop the left side of the loom, and then we'll loop the right side of the loom. We'll start from the center pin, pull back the cap band, grab this first band, and stretch it to the left side of the loom. Then you reach in this corner, pull those bands back, slide up through the channel of that pin, grab the A band, and pull it forward. Notice this teardrop shape. The next pin we have the B band that stretches across. In this case it's the pink band. Watch how we pull that pink band back away from the A band and then loop the A band through the B band. This is what connects the bands together. Let's show this again. We'll pull the B band back, loop the A band, pull it through the B band, pull it forward. We'll fast forward from here till we reach the end of the loom. And this last band we pull to the center pin. Then we return to the beginning of the loom and we'll loop the right side. You can push your hook in here, grab the A band, pull it out to the right, pull that band back, grab the A band and pull it forward. And just as we did on the other side, we need to pull the B band back, reach in, grab the A band, loop it through the B band as we pull that forward to the next pin. Again, you pull the B band back, reach in and grab your A band, pull it through the B band and forward to the next pin. We'll fast forward from here till we reach the end of the loom. And this last band will be pulled to the center pin. And there we finished looping all of our bands. Now that we've finished looping the bands, we're ready to finish the bracelet. We'll push all of these bands up to the top of that last pin. Slide our hook through the channel of that pin and tilt it out to the side. We'll grab an A colored band, place it on the end of our hook, pull back. We pull our hook back as we go up through there and place both bands on the end of our hook. We pull those bands up to the thickest part of our hook, grab these bands with our fingers and start to pull them from the loom. If made on one loom, this bracelet will need to be extended to fit a wrist comfortably. To extend the bracelet, you must first decide how many additional bands you'll need to extend the bracelet. For smaller wrists, 3 or 4 bands may be all that you need. For larger wrists, you may need 6 or more. We place these bands along one side of the loom in a single chain, and you place as many as you need, and then on this last band you'll place the cap band from the end of the bracelet. You'll stretch the cap band from that last pin to the one behind it, and then you will loop that single chain. Once you've looped this last band, you will stretch it to the center pin. This creates an area that you can attach your C-clip. You grab your C-clip with the open side facing forward, you snap it over that band, make sure it's on securely, then you can lift your extension from the loom. On the other side of the bracelet where you have your hook, you'll pull back, slide your 2 fingers in those bands. This creates another area where you can attach the other side of your C-clip. You pull all the bands to one side, snap the bands on the other and pull. And there you have your finished bead ladder bracelet.